always start my day with some water, just to hydrate really. I do a lot of cardio, a lot of workouts. So I've experienced that if I don't drink water, then I'm gonna get a headache and I'm gonna get more tired and fatigued. So I always start the day to hydrate the body a little bit. It doesn't have to be the whole bottle, but like at least half a bottle, which is 250 milliliters. I also like to eat a little bit before I go for a run, not a lot, because I'm one of those types where if I eat a lot, then I get a stomach cramp. It's going to be a 5K, it's a short run. I think I might eat like half a banana if I have one, maybe an apple. So it's not going to be a lot, just enough to get a little fuel before we go. I'm just going to eat this little bit, half of an apple. All right, let's go run. You know, it's funny. Today is one of those days where I really, my body's so tired and really didn't want to get up. And it wouldn't have been a problem to skip if I hadn't had it planned already, you know? I feel like the problem for most of us is we make a plan and then we don't follow it. And by breaking those promises to myself, then I might as well break the next one, right? So the most important thing is really the scheduling. Like in the beginning of the week, make sure that no matter what plan I'm making for myself, make it realistic enough that there's no way that I'm going to skip it. So even if I wake up and I'm tired, I'm gonna push through and do it. And then on the other hand, by keeping those promises and keeping the plan that I make to myself, I stack days and I trust myself enough to know that, okay, if I make this plan, I'm gonna follow through and I'm gonna do it. It's also one of those things where it's like, there's the most simple things to do, but it's also one of the hardest. So my phone literally died because it's so cold outside. I was going to say some more, but yeah, my phone just went dead because it's so cold. But the thing is, it is really the most important thing, and I feel like it's the aspect where most of us mess up, is that we want to do something, we want to achieve stuff, we want to wake up in the morning and go for a workout, we want to eat healthy, we want to make our homework, we want to be a better father, whatever it might be, right? And it's like, whenever you make a small promise to yourself, you're saying, okay, next week I'm going to start running 2 times per week, and you don't do that, then you're telling yourself that whenever I say I'm going to do something, I'm not going to do it. You can't trust yourself, and that's really the problem, that's really the issue, because it becomes a snowball effect. It becomes something where you know that even though you tell yourself that you're going to do something, even though you really want to do it, you just don't. And likewise, it's the other way around. It's like, if you tell yourself that you want to do something and you go ahead and do it, you start trusting yourself, you start believing yourself, you start knowing that, okay, when I tell myself I'm going to do something, I am going to do it. And that's why a plan is so important. It doesn't have to be a 1-year schedule. It doesn't have to be like a 1-month schedule. It can literally just be, this week I want to go for 2 runs. And it doesn't matter how far, it doesn't matter what pace we're going to run. It can be a slow run for 2 kilometers. It doesn't really matter what it is. But if you tell yourself you're going to go for 2 runs, then go for 2 runs. And then sometimes it can be like, if you tell yourself, okay, I'm going to go for 2 runs and it's going to be Monday and Wednesday, you might shoot yourself in the foot, right? Because then what if you can't go Wednesday anyway, but you could have gone Thursday? So it's better to be more like, okay, I'm going for 2 runs this week, and then just keep that to yourself. It doesn't matter if it's on Tuesday morning or on Friday night. Like, it just has to be done, and it's 2 kilometers or whatever you tell yourself it might be, but keep those promises. It's really the most important thing, and I struggled with this for a long time, where it's like, I kept breaking those small promises, and that is just, it's so hard to get out of once you first start doing that, because you're so, like, you get so used to breaking those promises that it's hard to get back into keeping the promises to yourself. So that's really something I've been working on for a long time. I've gotten a lot better over the last couple of years, but it's really something that I did struggle with. And I think it's a really good base for everything else, because once you start following your plans, and once you start following the things that you want to do, and you actually go push through and do them, it's like it makes everything so much easier, because you know you can count on yourself. You know that, okay, this is my plan, this is actually what's going to happen. Not just for, right, it's not just for physical activities. It could also just be like, I'm gonna wake up early, because if I wake up early, then I might not be late for work. If you're struggling with showing up late for work or for school, and gaining momentum there, because then if you wake up early, then you might be able to be in the shower for a little bit longer. You're not rushing your breakfast, and then you can actually have some breakfast because you're not rushing out the door. You go to work, you're not stressed in traffic. You are in a way greater mood once you show up for work or school. And it's like that, people can feel that energy, people can feel, your colleagues can feel that you're in a good mood, and that has an effect on them, and it just has this overall positive snowball effect. But to do these things is like, the most important part of this is to start small, really. It's like, it can be hard to wake up early, for sure. Like, if you say, I want to wake up early, it's going to be hard in the beginning. But start small. Say, like, if you want to hydrate more, you don't drink enough water, then say, I'm going to drink 2 liters of water every day for a week. And then that 1 week, you really just focus on drinking those 2 liters of water. Like, that's just be super focused just for 1 week, and be like, this week I'm going to drink 2 liters of water every day. And then you take that win. It's a small win, but it's a win, you know? And then that's going to lead into the next thing that you're going to do. It's like, okay, I don't eat enough greens, so I'm going to eat 2 pieces of fruit every day. And then for a week, and then you do that. And you also continue with the water, maybe, because now you've gotten a little bit used to it. So you set short period goals that are easy to achieve, or easier to achieve. And that is going to make it so much easier for you to do stuff when the day comes that you want to say, I want to wake up early, I want to work out a couple of times a week, or whatever it might be. Just try to get those small wins. The most important thing is you don't make promises to yourself that you cannot keep. Like, just, if you don't know if you're going to do, say, I would like to do this, but I don't know. Don't say, I'm going to start running 50 kilometers a week if you haven't run before.